What's happening? What's happening? What's happening? What's happening? Ooh, little lens is a little dirty here, y'all. We gonna get ourselves a little cleaned up in here. We go live. What happened? I go live? No, baby. Where is YouTube at? The heck is going on here? What's up with that? Oh yeah. There we go. There we go. What's up? Got that Bloom shirt on today. I wish I could shrink myself down a little bit. Maybe not. What's happening? Got Bloom Ohio on today. What's up with it? Waiting on my man EP. Shout my man Tobias. I got a picture of him. He came in from Japan. My man who was over in Japan watching us is in town. EP always think you lying, Toe. You gonna have to come in here and meet him and tell him you was watching us from Japan. Appreciate all our international viewers. Whoever be watching us from Sweden, we appreciate y'all so much, man. And the couple German guys that's been watching us. We appreciate that, man. Thank y'all so much, man. I mean, we trying to do it, man. You know what I'm saying? We just waiting on the actual radio station to start over here on the Voice of Radio. Check 1, 2. That's what we saying. Checky, checky, checky. We gonna go live. If you want to tune in on Facebook and check us out at Earl Porter, ERROL Porter, over on Facebook, voiceofradio.com. You could catch us live over there. If we get restricted on anything else, for whatever reason, Facebook seemed to let us go, let us do what we do. But other places, we got kicked off of TikTok. Like, I don't even know what we did last week, bro. Oh, you remember that Jewish joke? That shit went black on us that day. Remember we was laughing. They said, "What the Jews been up?" And I said, "Bombing people." And we like it was just like it was just funny. But after that, guess what, boy? I ain't never seen the whole stream go black like that before. But it went like no deal. But you know, that's just what it is, man. We appreciate that, man. You know, we on Voice of Radio. This way. No, this way. That way. Ooh, I ain't got that one. No, then you turn the bottle towards you. So move the pole that way, but turn the mic that way. I ain't got no twist. Oh. Yeah. Okay, so you saying go this way? Yeah, okay. Right there. Okay, I got you. Yeah. All right, I'll be loving it. Man, I want a couple likes in the on the YouTube today. Let me get a couple likes over there on the TikTok, man. Appreciate everybody tuning in. We do appreciate everybody, though. We freaking some thankful people over here, man. Sorry about my last week. Man, my man EP had a little bit of stomach flu going around in this joint. Life be happening to us, but you know, we back at the home base here at the studio, voiceatradio.com, where if it ain't happening in Cleveland, it ain't really happening. What's our lineup today? Everything. Oh, we got the whole lineup. I really do kick off the Tuesday power by. If the wind don't knock the power out, we got Dre the Gemini talking about anime, and then we gonna have what's my man, the Adams Board coming in today? Who? Adams Board. That guy, 6 o'clock guy, or he don't come in? No. What's the guy that came in that was doing that community thing? I thought you said he was sponsored by the Adams Board. He showed up a couple times. You get AJ was less than 4 weeks ago. But then after that, hot mess in the evening, folks. I ain't gonna be on here all night tonight, man. I gotta get my ass up and put on a button down shirt. I don't even know what room we going in. Life be lifing. Y'all be bugging. Shout out to all those people in the war who can't smoke no weed. I hope y'all got saved something. I hope y'all got some gummies or something, man. Y'all relaxing, man. Appreciate the men and women in uniform. Uh, appreciate all of we don't appreciate all of the servicemen, the police, the fire department, especially here in Cleveland, man. Them EMSs go through hell. Nobody pull over, man. What's up with that these days, man? That old saying, if your grandmama was in the back of that damn ambulance, she would move your ass over. I don't understand that point, folks, here in Cleveland. Or the fire truck, man. Shout out to all y'all civil service out there. Appreciate that, man. Appreciate all those people. Talk about that aircraft carrier, and they blew that mug up. VP, I'm sorry to say, man, that laundry room and the inside of a ship ain't catch no fire, in my opinion, man. That don't sound right for a Navy ship. Let me tell you what we could do in the Navy. Put a damn fire out. Shit, no, you'll kill us all out of the sea. Ain't no fire department to call. We are the fire department. Man, thank goodness, man. Share that live, man. We appreciate that. Share that live, man. Get us out on here, man. Help us blow this joint up. We appreciate that. See who else on here. Let's go on Twitter. See if we get some people on Twitter over here. Invite some people over here. I know my damn. I wonder if I could put it up on Instagram on my post. Insta. Shit, the thieveland. Oh, yeah. Okay. All right. See if we get some more people to join in. Let's see if we got to promote. Okay. Here we go. So, oh, we about ready. We's about ready. What's up with you, man? Just out here chilling. I appreciate that, man. Shoot me a like, bro. I appreciate you tapping in, bro. Oh, the D train on this month? Man, shout out to my man. Appreciate you, man. Thank y'all so much, man. I do. I thank you for tapping in, man. Appreciate you, man. Share that live out, man. I appreciate the likes just the same, man. Oh, we about to get counted in. Sorry. I know he ain't playing that. It sounds like I got to do some push-up. Yeah. That little better. That's a yeah. Take me home, West Virginia was like, whoa. Here we go in. Oh yeah. Cheer. 5, 4, 3, 2, and go. All right. Well, welcome. Welcome to the Sohigho Gas Company. Right here at the Voice of Radio. We are the first to kick it off on a Tuesday Power Block Hour here at the Voice of Radio. My name is John Will, and like I say, I host the world's best cannabis show right here from Cleveland. We like to call it Thieveland, Ohio, right here at the voiceofradio.com, where we like to say, if you didn't hear about it here, it's probably not happening in Cleveland. Thanks again to the Voice of Radio president, my main man, EP on the board, serving us up as always, man. Always like to thank EP and the crew over here for giving us this platform to talk about cultivation, information, and the legalization of the cannabis plant here in Ohio, man. And we do talk about things all around the world here, man. But lots been going on with the law here. We just had a little brief tap in with y'all last week, man. So always so happy to be back in the studio. After me, y'all stay tuned to the Voice of Radio. We got Dre the Gemini following up, Dre talking about anime stuff. And then at 7 o'clock, we're going to have Al Porter's Hip Hop Workshop, the longest running show in music history here in America. He's been doing it at this station for 13, 14. I think we went back to this more like 16, 17 years here. And his show's been going longer than that. So he really has a great show. He always has great hip hop guests on his show. He will be followed after that. And then we got Hot Mess in the Evening. And during these tough times, you like a good laugh, tune in with me, Miss Mickey, EP, and some guests. We just talk about world topics and things. I'm the weed man on that show. We have a good time. It's always hilarious. We have good laughs and we do good work, man. Shout out to my man Tristan tapping in over at Nerve DJs, man. Appreciate that. Shout out to Red Lion 4030 Studios. Man, really shout out to all of the city of Cleveland, man. It's a lot going on in this world. We're going to just give you a minute to relax, enjoy, and talk about something that I love and a lot of people love, and that's going to be the cannabis plant. Let's get right into it. The law has changed as far as March 20th, everybody. SB 56 bill is in full effect. And what I want you guys to do, especially my Facebook crew out there, shout out to y'all. I want y'all to really realize a couple things here. The law has changed, but don't let these people. We're going to go back again, huh?
It's only 5:17. Let's start 5:16. Let's start over.
All right.
The wrong audio was in.
Okay.
I got it correct.
We're going to take it from the top for the radio station. Take it to the top. Sorry about that, T-Rex, man. I know that's D-Train, huh?
Tell him to come on back in a second.
T-Rex, come on back in a second, man. We're going to be right back with you with a little technical difficulty. It is raining. It look like that shit. You know what I'm saying? EP, like, fuck that shit. Just blame it on the weed like you always do and keep it moving. So, do got some things coming. Here we go again. We be retouching, double clutching, man. Shout out to y'all. I wish I could be like right here. Boy, I would tear that thing up right
there.
Now.
You go.
All right.
5.
Here we go.
3, 2.
All right. Well, welcome back. Especially you guys over at Facebook, man. Thank y'all for tuning in to the Sohigho Cannabis Show here at the Voice of Radio, man. Shout out to my main man, EP on the boards today, keeping me right. Always appreciate the Voice of Radio for giving us this platform. We are cruising up on 2 years. Did you know that, EP?
Yes.
We definitely going to make it to 2 years. So we do got a lot of information, cultivation, and the legalization about the cannabis plant here in Northeast Ohio. But we definitely like to welcome you into the world's best cannabis show, man. Brought to you by cannabis users and abusers. I don't abuse it, though. But shout out to everybody out there, man. We kick off the Tuesday Power Block, man. After me, you got Dre the Gemini at 6 o'clock. Then you got Al Porter's Hip Hop Workshop, top of the hour at 7 o'clock, the longest running hip hop show and music show in American history. And then after that, we got Hot Mess in the Evening. Right here in Ohio, we're going to talk about a little bit of the legalization of the planet. SB 57 has went over on the 20th. The biggest thing that I would say for us to be worried about, which is not to be worried. The first thing is don't be worried. If you over 21, don't let all of these changes and everything that you need to do. The real reason why I say that is the ticket that's associated with catching too much weed in your car is $150. Well, I know that for a lot of people, that's a lot of money, which is a lot of money for really, depending on where you are and what you're doing in your life. That could be a lot of money, especially with gas prices going up, right? So you don't have a lot of discretionary money anymore. So the ticket is $150. But I think with gas prices the way it is and the way the country is, I don't think they're gonna give you that ticket as a first level ticket. I think it's gonna be more of a add on ticket. If they catch weed in your car, they're gonna add that $150. It's gonna be hard too because you got to test a lot of weed to prove that it's illegal. If your neighborhood smoke shop, which is gonna go away, y'all, I hate to tell you, the way that bill is wrote here in Ohio, the little smoke shops that's been doing a little farm bill thing and getting uh the legal weed in. I don't know if that's going to be up here in Ohio. I mean, in Northeast Ohio, they pass an ordinance that you have to have a special vape license or a smoke shop license, and it's an extra tax on that. So that is going to be in. And then when you take that license and when you renew that license to be open to have like play your sales taxes back to the city, you agree to two random inspections. That means that the popo, and guess who is in charge of the inspection? It's the Cleveland police, and I believe it's the tobacco arm of the Ohio State Cannabis Control Unit, and those are going to be the people that conduct the come in and check and see if all your product is legal. The last time they shut down somebody here in Ohio, it was almost like it was an ICE thing though. EP. It was more like they took a couple workers out there, and the next day the dude had his paperwork and he was back open. So is this a real thing? I'm not 100% sure all the way as far as the enforcement of it. But did they pass the law? Yes, they passed the law. So you have to be careful with transportation of the weed. But still, as a 21-year-old or over adult in Ohio, you still can transport 2.5 ounces. But what they would like for you to do is have it in the original unopened bag, which is almost unethical for an adult. So they trying to tell you you got to go from the place you buy 2.5 ounces of weed at, and you just have to go to that place that if you smoke. And if you are a grown person and want to go to another person's private residency and smoke your weed, and you cannot transport your own product that the state told you that you legally could use as being a 21-year-old, but then they tell you that you cannot take the same package that you just bought over to your girlfriend's house to smoke with her, and she's over 21. Because if they catch you with an unopened bag, with an open bag, technically they could give you a ticket. That makes no sense. Let me ask you, EP, can you take a bottle of liquor over your girl's house right now and drink? It's absolutely legal. He said, "Yeah, he drinks."
Yeah.
So I don't think that it's like uh, really gonna stand up constitutionally to tell you that either they're gonna give you the license to use it or not. Here's the other thing about forcing you into the dispensaries. 9 dispensaries in the state of Ohio have got busted for not putting the right products in the bag. So the government is telling us that their regulation control is not working. They won't let the consumer like regulate the market, which they should. They should just really just take your hands off of it. They should decriminalize it statewide and let the market take care of itself. It'll be a little bit of carnage in the beginning with some dog eat dog, but guess what's going to happen? The best product is going to be the best seller. Hands down, it's just like anything. The best cars with the right money is the most popular cars that's sold. It's just easy. Who don't want quality? And the market will regulate themselves. People are only going to spend investment money on something that they could get their returns on. They are not going to grow boofy weed, the spray packs, and all of that phony weed that they growing just to make money off the suckers who don't know what real weed is going to continue because you are almost incentivizing excuse me, you are incentivizing people to cheat the game because you won't let the consumer touch the weed, smell the weed, inspect the weed before you buy it. If you was talking about produce, how ludicrous would it be for you to buy a bag of a brown paper bag full of bananas and you couldn't tell if they was ripe, yellow, or thin? It makes no sense that you cannot look at the product in any way here in Ohio out of a dispensary. You cannot. They do not have a display. They do that on purpose. That way, if you got home and you got tricked, it's too late. Like it's really too late. You cannot open up a package and take it back to the dispensary. Did you know that, EP? You can't. They're gonna be like, "What did you put back in there? We can't resell that." And if you look on your receipt when you leave out the dispensary, guess what it says? All sales are final. So it's like the government is backing them up. Dispensaries, that's not all dispensaries. Don't get me wrong. My people over at Bloom, my people over at Shangri-La, the people over at Clutch, it's some good reputable people. Buckeye Relief always do good. My homegirls, Movano over on 58th in Detroit, stand up dispensaries. They go for high quality product, the best they can. They search out the best. They pay a competitive price, and they pass the savings on to the customers on their bulk sales. It's a new revolutionary way to do. Give the people a quality shake for their money, and I think they are going to be one of the dispensaries that make it because they aren't trying to rob you, at least on the quality. Now, the state guidelines in what we would call a A for 3.5, 3.5, whatever you want to call it, it's only 2.89 in the state of Ohio for the eighth price out of a dispensary. And that is a little bit disingenuous because of the factors that I said. You can't tell what you bought. You don't know how long it's been in the package. And now that you caught people that have clearly lied about what's going on into the plant, is not the best situation that we ever had here. So it is it is a lot with the dispensaries that I think that they could fix. They could fix this a lot better, but I don't know why they won't, man. It's just really something that's like goofy with the record. It's got to be behind money though. 100% usually follow the money, find the problem with this, but the the saving grace, and I always like to be positive about something in this damn world, is that you could grow your own plants. And here come next month, around April, we are going to be passing out some plants for you guys to. Now, I can't advertise, but you just got to come see me. I can't really tell you what it is, but if you wanted some of that, let me know. And we want some people who's going to check in on the video, and I will give you a clone that I'm gonna grow with you, and then we could grow all the way through the outdoor season together. So looking forward to that around 420, which is not nothing but next month. Damn, we only a few 20 days away from 420, which is sort of rookie time, but it's always nice to go get good deals. If you're looking for some new cannabis products, that would be the time to buy them. So look out for that stuff. I don't know exactly where we're going to participate at, but I do know the 420 Hash Bash will not be at Berea Fairgrounds this month in April. It's going to be at the Lorraine Fairgrounds. So shout out to all those people. They always look out for me, man. Appreciate y'all. Always cut us carte blanche when we come up in that mud. Definitely thank y'all. So the Hash Bash on 420, April 20th next year will be at the Lorraine County Fairgrounds. So the normal thing that's at Berea every month, everybody, is going to be over at Lorraine. So make sure y'all tap into that. It's always a good thing. I never been out to Lorraine, but I do got a good buddy that live out to Lorraine. So getting away from there, it might not be Berea. We got to see how this one is set up, man. I'll be a little bit cautious. Don't forget, 420 is sort of like New Year's Eve right now. It's sort of rookie night out. So don't get caught out there on rookie night out. Just take what you're going to consume. And remember, put it in your trunk. And by right, here in the state of Ohio, I love to ask EP this damn question. So the police pull you over, EP, and they say, "Hey, have you been smoking weed or drinking today?" What is your answer?
Hell no, officer.
That would be hell no, officer. Ladies and gentlemen, as a 21-year-old adult cannabis user, if the police officer says, "Do you have anything in your car that's illegal?" Weed is not illegal no more. You can say no. If the police ask you if you are drinking, even if you drank yesterday and you say, yeah, guess what you are subject to? A field sobriety test. If the police ask you if you smoke weed today, I don't care for lying, but in that situation, it's only one right answer, and the answer is
Hell no.
the answer is hell no. You cannot do that. The police are mandated by the law if you say you was consuming, not to let you go back out onto the road without making sure you safe. So if you flim flam and flounder and be like, "Well, I had smoked a joint like yesterday night about 10:30, but it was only a half a joint, and if it was weak ass weed, so that really don't count." You still got to do the field sobriety test. That is what it is. The answer is only one answer. Hell no. No, officer, I haven't. You know, the cops here in Ohio, I don't know where we at around the world with it. The cops here in Ohio cannot even ask you if you have a concealed carry weapon. Did you know that here in Ohio? So you can carry your gun around, and they are bound by law not to ask you even if you have a gun in your car, because you can have a gun in your car if you over 21. It's not illegal. If you are over 21, I just told you about the guidelines of carrying weed. You do not have to say, I got weed in the car. It is not illegal. We are going through a little bit of a weather thing. Which one is it? Just weather alert?
Weather.
We got a little bit of weather alert, man. Everybody be safe out there a little bit, man. Tornado watch, man. Appreciate you, T-Rex, man, giving me the shout out the crowns over this month, man. We appreciate that, man, for sure, man. But y'all be safe on the transportation thing. Just remember it. Do this little bit of time. Keep it under 2.5 ounces in your transportation. The best thing I say, if you one of them crazy car drivers that need to do it, just kind of have your pre-rolls up there, put the rest behind the back seat or in the trunk, and you'll be okay. That's the way I see it. Now, if they pull you over and they smell weed, you be like, oh well, don't answer no questions. You do not have to help the police investigate. We are nice to the police. We support the police here. We believe in policing. We believe in good policing over here. We don't want this crazy ass world. People get ludicrous, lose their mind, a lot of shit. But we don't want our civil rights violated, though. That's pretty much it. So don't help them do their job. Not saying don't help them do their job. Just don't buy into that like that. You got to be very, very, very careful and protect yourself with that too. So that's a little bit on the legalization of that thing. I know one thing when I get on here and I'm talking about consumption and everything. The other thing that I didn't talk about is gummies and edibles, and those are the same restriction. You cannot have a flower or your packages in the front thing. The problem with the way the law reads, it said it's flour. So that makes no sense at all, EP, that you can have a pack of your gummies sitting on the front seat open, right? Which will hurt you worse than your weed will. If you ate too many gummies and you on the road and all of that hit you at once, buddy, I don't care. You hope you get to the side of the road. Only good thing about that is, guess what? You're only going to be doing 10 miles an hour on the highway. You are not going to be speeding off that many gummies if you are like that, man. It's going to be too much for you. Like, I never want to get off this store. I know the lights is blinking on you. I'm going to tell you this real quick. You can eat too many gummies, folks. I never like to do this show without telling you to beware of edible gummies. You need to go low and slow, low doses, and take a little bit of time. It takes 35 to 40 minutes before the onset of the cannabis plant. I don't know. This one right here, if we get through this show right here, we're gonna be doing something good because there's no arc raining outside right now. I don't know if y'all can hear that weather coming up. That's another reason why if you had a went outside on a day like today at 70 degrees and thought that you could plant your flowers, guess what? The plants are not strong enough to handle this wind right now. All your plants that you put outside, unless you got them under a mason jar that's stuck into the ground, just got blown over. The weather here in Northeast Ohio is going to be tricky through the because we have more hail and we got more tornado warnings than a little bit, and that blows your plant over on the outdoor crops. So you want strong plants that can withstand the wind, but it takes a little bit of while to get out there. That's why I'm gonna grow these plants. I got them right now. They trying to get up and big. We really like cooking with Pam over this joint right now.
Even right here, boy.
We gonna do this damn thing right here. Now, a little bit about that cultivation, and we talking about getting those plants in the outdoor thing. The best thing I'm gonna say for you guys to do right now is start popping seeds, especially my homegirl Deidre. Pop new seeds, get good genetics. My man JJ down in Columbus, I'm probably gonna pop some seeds for them. Uh, Shout out to my man JB and down in Texas, the blind bug cultivator, one of my favorite gromies who down in Texas, who is gonna be worth for y'all to tune into because the weather in Texas is different than the weather in Ohio. In Ohio, my man be yielding like nobody's business. But I think he run the same system. But when he went down to Texas, some of the parameters changed for him. He just said his yield wasn't the same. He said like a ounce or two per plant. When JB usually hit about the blind bug cultivator is one of those dudes that's more closer to a pound a plant when he's getting down with it. So shout out to my man JB, the blind bug cultivator over on YouTube, man. He be doing this dang thing and he is growing with hydro and he is launching a seed to table grow right now. So anybody who's in the hydro who want to go from start to finish on a grow, look up the blind bug cultivator on over here on YouTube. I'm sure if you look at my link or my friend group, he's one of those guys in there, and he definitely is a great grower, and he's very descriptive about what he does. So look out for him and what he's doing over there on his channel, and great tips from him. The other thing I tell you, let's start popping seeds. Popping seeds is not that hard. You just got to get a little germane kit. And I think if you get that little dome, that's what I always do. I go to the little garden store, the little 6-pack dome with a clear thing over the top of it. And what you have to do with those things is cover them up at night. You put the heat pad underneath it. When we're popping seeds and in the beginning of vegetation, everybody got to realize what you're trying to do. As much as you want to see that little plant shoot up, you are more worried about your root growth right at this stage. We are not worried about the sun so much as the roots taking hold. And the roots need to be almost tropical. That's when you have the 77 degrees, about 70% humidity, and you misting it about 10 times a day to keep it like tropical. And what a lot of people make a mistake of is when you are popping your seeds, depending on what method you're using. Because we'll go over several methods on popping the seeds, but the method I'm talking about, putting it in the dirt, covering it up, and letting it germinate in the dirt that it is, has to be in a tropical type situation with moisture. This is the only time that I will say it's okay not to have a dry back. A dry back means you let the dirt dry all the way out and let the roots stretch. At this stage, you want to keep the whole environment moist because you're trying to make that seed pop and you almost like I say rainforest tropical sweating. But I want to tell you that you must keep air circulating in all of these processes. How do you do that? They usually got a little slit on the top, and if you just had an indirect fan blowing fresh air by it, it'll circulate the air at all times. I don't think it's one process in growing weed indoors that you should not have the air moving. That is so very important. Outdoors is a different animal because you have to deal with what Mother Nature gets you. The air is going to be moving. It's a lot more challenges. But when you popping those seeds, you still let the vents open, keep it as sweaty as you can at those temperatures, and then that's the best way you got growth like that. Come out of those come out of the little planters, and then you want to go into a garden, and you want to have your light sort of at this time as close as you can without burning up your light. Right here, I usually use a grow light or like one of my 100-watt lights, not my big white lights that's in the ceiling. I want a little lighter than a little lighter power, like 100 watts is enough, so I don't burn my plants up. So that will allow, and I try to keep it as close to minimum, like 22, 20, 23 inches away from the top, because I don't want my plants to stretch. Don't throw your little seedlings in the tent with the light all the way at the top and act like that little plant is not going to grow to the seedling. That's what it's going to do. So if you could lower your plant, or if you got a shelf enough to raise your plant up, the plant is naturally going to want to reach to the top. The top of the plant is going to want to get as closer to the sun or the simulated sun, which is your light, as it can. That's what a plant would do. So you have to be cautious about how far you is, because you don't want to blow it up. The recommended height is about 26 inches from the top of that plant right there. Like I say, I usually use a lower wattage light, and at this stage, my light is on at least 20 hours, probably more at minimum, I must say. Now, at minimum, I say some people get down to 18 because they believe in letting the roots rest a little bit. But I really believe in you can leave it on 24 hours a day in that vegging state. Because when you switch those plants back and you want them to go in the 24-hour light cycle, that's the bud and light cycle. It seems like they respond better. They respond better. It depends on. I'm gonna take all of that back and say it depends on the genetics. Some things respond good to 24 hours worth of light. Some things do good with 19, and that's when you have to have your experimentation out there a little bit. I lost myself in the headphone. Mm-hmm. Yeah. There we go. That's what you have to do when you are getting those seedlings up, and then you want to grow that seedlings up. It's only going to take like 2 or 3 weeks. What I like to say is after about 7 days is the first time you should try to do some high stress training on it. And that would be like topping the plant. That way you take the top plant off, you take the top of the stem off, and then it'll make 2 other branches right there. You let those 2 branches up and you top those 2, and then you'll have 2 more. So you should be at about 6. And if you had any small offshoots off of there and you did it to there too, we are looking for 8 to 16 nodes, what used to be the standard. Now with newer plants, say something like a Humboldt. I don't do a lot of training with Humboldt at all. Never had. Seem like their genetics is so strong. You just let those things go. Best I do with Humboldt is lollipop them down. I might get some clippings off the bottom before I'm going in the veg just to clean up the plant. So if I was going to get a lot of larf at the bottom, I might clean them up. But Humboldt, they've been just solid genetics all the way through, and they don't take a lot. They do good by just really maintaining good plant and taking the health of your dirt, and they seem to do me great with great yields. Humboldt County is another genetics that yields a pound a plant without any stress training, without any heavy stress training, some super cropping, but they really do good. The thing with Humboldt County seeds is you can't leave them in the veg more than about 3 or 4 weeks, 4 weeks max, because it seemed like they stretch so big. One time we let them veg for a month, and we wound up coming out of a 5x5 into an 8x8 tent. That's how big the plant stretch. Traditionally, they say, what do I mean by stretch? After you moved into the veg tent, the plant is going to stretch to the rule of thumb. It used to be a third of the size. I'm out on that. It depends on the genetics. Some plants will stay baby bonsai. Some plants will grow up to the ceiling. And those when it just depends on the genetics when it comes to things like that, man. That's what we're doing like that. But look out for those plants next month. My man JB down in Texas wanted to know what it is. I know we got some slushy. Sluicy is gonna be one of the brands, and then I'm gonna go. I'll tell y'all next week what the other brand is, but I think I'm gonna definitely go get some Humboldt seeds because they do so good outdoors, man. Definitely with that one. So a little bit what's going on in the information. Like I said, we got the 420 party over at the Berea Fairgrounds coming up this week. This Sunday in Columbus is the other pop up. The other pop up. So if you know how to get to that pop up, then I see you there. If you don't know about that pop up, then that ain't really the place for you to be, man. I don't know too much about why you ain't invited. I hope you ain't the police, but I always get my invitation though. So for sure. We do got pre-planning going on we doing all the planning. I said pre-planning. We in full swing for the Art Fest, man. So any vendors and anybody want to sign up, any performers, that's the St. Clair Superior Art Fest where the Voice of Radio is the title sponsor over there. We're going to have a booth set up for them, do some interviews, some live stuff. We might even get EP finally to do 20, 30, 40 minutes worth of comedy if we ready up in there. We got some comedy stages. We got Evergreen Laundry Cooperative. It's a lot of good stuff going over there. But I'm going to tell y'all one thing about uh, getting money around this time to do some free stuff. It's all good when you little, but when you start making some noise, the politics of Cleveland will come and get you. Y'all beware. All money ain't good money. That's all I say about that. But we do got some other things coming up. We got Ladies Night Tattoo, April 28th, over at Red Lions Tattoo. Shout out to my main man, Harold, on HES. He's going to be performing. He got some new singles out. And shout out to Dave, tattooing up for all your tattoo needs. Ken Cody at Imago Day Photography. Shout out to my people over there, man. Shout out to the whole Red Lion crew, Pope, Krista, Els, and my man Kush. Man, shout out to those people over there, man. Shout out to St. Clair Superior. Shout out to Buckeye on this beach, man. Big shout out to my daughter, ran the 100-yard dash yesterday, man. Appreciate her getting out there doing her thing like that, man. Thank y'all so much, man, for always tuning into this joint, man. Like I said, we're going to be getting up out of here, man. Thank everybody for tapping in and tuning in. I appreciate all of the YouTubes, man. Thank y'all over on TikTok. And as always, my Steady Eddie Rock Steady Facebook crew for holding me down for all these years, man. Y'all stay tuned. At the top of the hour, it's going to be Drady Gemini with the anime talk section. Then right after that, we got Al Porter's hip hop workshop, man. Then followed by EP and the crew on Hot Mess in the Evening, man. You know, don't eat too many gummies. Be careful, man. Be careful out here on the world, man. Be nice to a neighbor, man. Share a joint with somebody, man. Have a good time, man. Relax. Don't watch too much of that news, man. Definitely enjoy yourself, man. Tap into us at sohigho216@gmail.com if you want to sign up for the free plant giveaway. Like I said, Slucci, and it's going to be a Humboldt County, man. Shout out to all the grow stores over in this community. I hope y'all get busy this weekend. Everybody, I want y'all all to grow outdoors this year in your backyard. Make sure the plant's not shown from the street. That's the biggest restriction. Look up the law to keep you together, man. But let me tell y'all right now, man, as my good friend EP always said, smoke weed so you don't punch nobody in the face. Peace. I love y'all, man. Shouts out to the people, man. Thank y'all. They dogged me this
so much
time.
easier with this new laptop cards with business. What I'm talking about.
This shit weird as hell, bro. All right. This is super